Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have another ECM repair video, this time in a 2008 Xterra. This is from Team Sharkey from Washington. I think it's WA. This is his information. Obviously, I cover some of the stuff, hopefully everything, so we don't have his contact in here. But yeah, as you can see, it's a 2008 Nissan Xterra with off-road package, manual transmission. His concern is no 5 bolts, no fuel pump, so he sent the module for me to repair. I give him a quote. This is a very common repair that I do on these computers. I got everything nice and ready to go. It's a quick test. So I always like to reproduce the customer concern in order to give him a valid repair test after too. I would like also to get some feedback from you guys that are watching this video. Please let me know if the sound quality is good, if you understand everything that I said. Sometimes I try to speak a little too fast and might not be the best way to share everything that I want to share with all of you. In this case, it's just a repair, and so this is for the customer's records and my records. But please do take the moment and just leave me a few comments and let me know if my accent is too thick and it's hard to understand or so. I'm wondering, if everyone is actually getting all the information that I want to share in all the videos. If I have to take the time to revisit or change some of those that are not easy to understand or so, I will. This is a business, so I want to make sure that everything is reaching out to the customers the best way. You can also visit my website. Just look for Mike Salazar Diagnostics. I know my first name. Well, it's actually not my first name because my name is Francisco Mike Salazar Garro. But since through the years, everybody has always called me as Mike. In Spanish, that's the way it will be spelled. So that's why it's a little different than obviously the Mike that we all see here in the United States or in the English language. But MAIC is actually, if you give this to any Spanish speaking language person, they will understand immediately. But so that's why it's like that. All right, so but yeah, just visit my channel. Just read out. You can immediately just contact me in there. I have a forum if you want to give some more information. If you create a contact form in there, I will get that message immediately. You can also hit the chat button on the right side, and I will be with you shortly. All right, going back into Teams computer. Again, like I said, I want to reproduce everything. Right now, the computer is powered up. I got no fiber reference. As you can see, the fuel pump didn't even prime, which is, as you can see, it's no difference in here. I can see difference on the actual amperage that is getting from or to that computer. I'm going to just turn this on and see the change in there. But you see, it goes to like 40, so not enough for a computer to work. We're talking about, that's 390 milliamps. So we're talking about 100 and something. We're looking for a computer to be at least able to talk with nothing connected to it, at least 250. Some computers even 500 milliamps, and that is still considered normal. As you can see, we got no 5-volt reference, and you will see when I repair this computer that the fuel pump relay activation will come on in here, and then we have the 5 volts. I have showed this in other videos, how I check this computer immediately to see if we have a problem with the main voltage rail on it. So I'm going to do, again, just for his records and my records, try to connect to the computer. We will have to look at a V number ending on 2386. I know it's not going to connect. You got no 5-volt reference, you definitely have a problem with the computer. All right, but I still, for his and my records, I'm going to do this way. All right, so no communication, and this is exactly his concern. So I'm going to skip this because it's nothing I can do with that. Let me get a now I try, but then I'm going to do some tests with you guys so you can see what I usually test and make sure that we got voltage rails and everything supplying into the computer. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm going to try to keep you as close as possible. Remember, I'm in my office, so I'm trying to be as comfortable as possible. All right, so I'm just using a multimeter. As you can see, everything is still, hopefully you guys can see all here, but everything is still powered up. We got no 5-volt reference. This battery on that one is about to die, so I'm going to turn it off, but we know we got no 5-volt reference. Focus in here. Make sure you guys can see that one well. Maybe if I put it here, it might be a little better. Get the tripod in my way so I cannot see, but yeah, I think it's perfect in there. Not sure how the glare is affecting or not in there. I want to see. So give me 1 second, guys. Yeah, perfect. Oop. I think that should be probably best. To make the tripod as stable as possible. All right, perfect. Well, as I was saying, now you guys got a very good view in there. So we're going to check this first capacitor. Should be battery voltage, and we got 13.47. This other one should be 5 volts coming from the. Yeah, we got only 7.93. Definitely not enough for the computer to power up. And this should be around 5 volts. It changes sometimes depending on the computer, and also the voltage regulator can go from 5 to 6 volt, and that is to provide the other voltage rails in the voltage regulator enough for the computer to work. I also want to see the activity on the CAN transceiver. Yeah, definitely 397, nothing in there. And yeah, definitely nothing on the other side. So I have to stop for the dogs barking in here. So what I was saying is we have definitely problems with the voltage regulator and the other areas that I order that I always repair from the fuel pump system that is not getting prime, and the CAN transceiver as well. So I'm going to stop the video here. I'm going to replace the components. Again, those are just surface mount components, pretty easy to do if you take your time and practice and everything. A little hard to sometimes find some parts. If you want to send it over to me, I would recommend you to do that. It's just the easiest way, and it's done correctly. As you can see, no damage into the board, no damage into the cases, the casing on the computer. Everything comes out perfect. So it will look like nobody has ever been in your computer, and that's what I always try to do with my repairs. Make sure everything is done properly. All right, guys, I'm going again to stop the video here. I'm going to do the repairs, and then we do the test after repairs. All right, guys, I finished with the repairs. Again, you will, and anyone that opened this computer will ever even know that I was here. As you can see, I try to be very precise in my repairs, clean the solder joints and make sure they look like original. Same thing when I'm doing mechanical repairs, and I'm very proud of doing that because I know that customers and people's money is well earned. It's minutes of your life transferred into dollar bills, and I'm very careful of spending your money and your life span that was put into that. So I'm going back into the repair. I got everything ready. I got the scanner here. Obviously the computer is off. Right now, as you can see, we got the same around 280 milliamps of draw, and that's for the BCI Pro, the MCCI Pro from Top Done. That's what is drawing in there. So I'm going to set up the computer on. You will see this is the fuel relay activation, and this is the 5-volt reference ready to go. Again, the other meter is charging because it was pretty much dead. All right, so let's put this on. Okay, this is an XL sign and an XL sign. This is definitely 100% repair. Let's now try to connect. The proof is in the pudding, right? Excellent. I like that noise. I like that little sound, and I know that this microphone will take everything. I'm using the DJI microphones. These are excellent for those that are doing um, content. I recommend these microphones and the receiver, easy to connect. I mean, you just plug it in your phone. If you want to have a backup recording, you can do it in the same little microphone from DJI. It's just good. I'm using also a lavalier microphone connected to it, as you saw that little cable in there, because if you don't use that, it's kind of like baffles the sound a little bit. Not that takes anything away, because you can edit it in post editing, but the microphone works really, really good. All right, so we got perfect communication, and that is indeed, again, the big number right there, 502386. If we go right to his information, 502386, and it's indeed Nissan Xterra. All right, so guys, again, just a short video. I am not showing too much in here because you can visit all the videos that I got from Xterra, which I take a long time to describe the connections that I have created in here. Why do you need to perform and connect to the computer in order to do exactly what I'm doing here as far as powering up? And this will be the same thing if you want to do some programming into the computer. That's all you know. You can do bench programming on these computers, no problem at all. Top down Phoenix Max, 100% perfect tool for all this. Thank you, Top Down, for this amazing tool. They send it to me for using it and use it on my videos, and I'm super happy. It's so easy in the eye. It's a super fast tool. I recommend that 100%. The oscilloscope that goes along with the tool, it works excellent. Still, it's not a picoscope, but the software is very intuitive. It's very easy to use, and this is a great tool. You have programming, you have keys. You can do keys and a whole bunch of different things that you can do with this tool. This is the top of the line on Phoenix Top Done, and it comes. You can buy a separate module that is called the Ninja Box that you can do keys if you do keys or computer cloning and everything that I do. And I've been using this tool, and it has so far not let me down one time. So again, I recommend it. Battery life is amazing. I mean, so far I got no concerns, no complaints, and I use it pretty much for everything besides for programming. That we all know that when you're doing Fords, it's no other way around. You have to use the IDS or a J pass through and use I think it's called FJDS, which is the version of Ford Diagnostics and programming with a pass through device. All right, guys, I don't want to take much longer of your time. Again, if you need anything, please just look for my website. Again, Mike Salazar Diagnostics, and send me an email. We got a contact form in there. Just hit that button or chat with me right there. See you next time. Bye-bye.